Welcome back to Cruise First and one of our special showcases here on the channel. Now we're making a number of different shows on one particular theme, and this time we're talking brand new ships. Now there's always a buzz in the cruising industry when a new ship takes to the sea. It's the chance for the cruise lines to showcase their latest offering and dazzle us with something different. There are always new ships coming along too, which makes cruising even more exciting a prospect. Now in this show we're going to take you on board the brand new Sun Princess, showing off her fabulous new spaces in a brand new class of ship for the line. We'll also be voyaging with a new queen from Cunard, who set sail for the first time at the start of May, the first new addition to their fleet in over a decade. We're starting though our new ship showcase with a new launch from Royal Caribbean. Now it seems that only yesterday that footballer Lionel Messi was crowned the icon for the launch of Icon of the Seas, and yet here comes another new wonderful ship, this time in the Oasis class, Utopia of the Seas. Now the offer that we have for you is for the 23rd of September, and it's 12 nights all told. And as Utopia is sailing from Port Canaveral, let's fly you from the UK first out to Orlando. And how about a week of exploring those wonderful theme parks and doing all of the shopping in Orlando? Well, I tell you what, the options are many and plenty. Actually, I've been doing my research on Orlando because, as you know, I'm going in the winter as well. And so it's actually very, very easy to get around Orlando as well. There's a great transport system in place as well. So going from park to park, going to the shopping, actually you might, because on this holiday, you're actually going to be out there for a week, 7-night hotel stay there. So that means you can do all of the parks, but it also means you could do a bit of an explore in this part of the world as well. So if you'd like to hire a car while you're there, just talk to the team, because we can actually make that happen for you as part of your booking, which would be brilliant. You can see there are so many different attractions. We could be here for an hour talking to you about the virtues and the wonders of things to do in Orlando. So you are there for a whole week, you lucky people. 7 nights in a hotel there, and then it's time for our cruise on the brand new Utopia of the Seas. Now, the latest news on her is she's been undergoing her sea trials and launches in July, and she's going to be doing a number of 3- and 4-night cruises in and out of Port Canaveral, out to the Bahamas, and the perfect day at Coco Cay Resort there. And you can take these sailings anywhere from July this year all the way through, as you can see on the screen there, through to April in 2026. Well, you know, when it comes to the Oasis class, it's big, it's bold, it's beautiful, and there's lots going on. From wonderful ice cream whenever you want it, with plenty of toppings, to the thrill rides like the Ultimate Abyss, which are brilliant, and they're dry slides as well, so it's actually quite a quick way sometimes of getting 10 decks down very, very quickly. You can go zip lining, of course, while you're there, and there are lots and lots of different and new dining experiences as well as those traditional wonderful restaurants that we associate with Royal Caribbean. Here's some of the specialty dining here, Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. In Central Park, because of course these big Oasis class ships are all divided into neighbourhoods, so in Central Park you've got new offerings in there as well. And Central Park is wonderful because it's so serene with all the real planting in there. You can grab sushi on the go, you can just sit on a bench in the park, and it just feels like you're somewhere completely and utterly different, especially compared to where you go to the other end of the ship and you're there in, you know, the boardwalk with the carousel going on and all the dry slides and the sports bar and Johnny Rockets. Great live entertainment, of course, with Royal Caribbean. You've got the absolutely jaw-dropping Aqua Theatre, which is stunning. I mean, it is one of the most constantly your heart's in your mouth watching these shows. And the great thing also about the configuration of the staterooms, as you can see there, is some of the balconies actually look into some of the neighbourhoods. So you can have a sea-facing balcony, or actually you can face in to one of the neighbourhoods as well, maybe over Central Park or over the boardwalk as well, which gives you a great view for the Aqua Show as well, which is very good. And then, of course, you can go up to the most wonderful and luxurious suites as you want to. Well, you are going to treasure every single one of those 4 nights that you are on board. I mean, look at that, for heaven's sake. It's ridiculous, isn't it? And the great thing about this cruise is that is where you will be calling into as well, a perfect day at Coco Cay, which perfectly teams up with what's happening on Utopia of the Seas as well. So here's the ports that we're going into. Nassau in the Bahamas, you've heard of many, many times. Great shopping there. Again, amazing water parks. It's a very sunshine destination. You can go to the Pirates of Nassau Museum, which looks rather interesting as well, and do all kinds of water sports there. And then you have a full day, a full perfect day at Coco Cay. Now, you can be doing whatever you want to here. There's the largest water slide in North America. There's Chill Island, where you can just go and sit in a cabana, rent a cabana and just sit there and chill the day away if you want to. Wonderful swim up bars, as you can see there, or you can just go and wander the beaches. It's like pure paradise, and you're there for the whole day. Your final day on the cruise is at sea, so another very relaxing day. It's another perfect day if you think about it. And then you will come back into Orlando or Port Canaveral and then fly back from Orlando to the UK. This is incredible. And if you like the first bite of a cherry, this is amazing, because this is one of those early opportunities. September this year, it's not far away at all, but you can book this whole package today with a low deposit, just £199 per person. And that's the flight out to Orlando. It's a week hotel stay on International Drive. Go do all the theme parks, the shopping, and all the exciting things to do in Orlando. And let me know, I'm looking for suggestions of things to do as well when I go in the winter, so I would love to hear from you. And then, of course, you've got your cruise on the brand new Utopia of the Seas. It is her maiden season. You're going for 4 nights, sailing out to Nassau and the Bahamas, and your perfect day at Coco Cay, and an extra sea day, which is lovely. End the cruise, of course, back in Fort Lauderdale, and then the flight back to the UK. Really, 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 look at this. I mean, this is so, so good. When you're doing holiday reckoning, and when you're doing the value of a holiday, you instantly look at the number of nights, and then you look at your price, don't you? Like, how much holiday am I getting for my money here? But this isn't just about how much holiday am I getting for my money, but this is the fact that all the flights are included. You've got a week in Orlando, so you can go and do the parks and everything else. And you've got a 4-night cruise on a brand new ship with Royal Caribbean, and including their private resort as well. And if that wasn't enough, on this offer, on this date, so the 23rd of September, if you upgrade to an ocean view, we'll upgrade you again to, the doors are open, the fresh air is coming in. You've got a balcony if you go to an ocean view upgrade. There are other dates available for the package, as you can see here, from July this year through to April in 2026. And you can check the prices with our team, of course. But if you're ready to book this right now, call this number and just quote RC505, and they will bring up all the details and get you booked on as well. But how much is that ocean view upgrade to get us to balcony? Let's go and have a look. It's just another $299. And remember, as I said, that balcony can be a balcony out to sea. It can be a balcony into one of the neighborhoods as well. So it can be an inner facing balcony. Brilliant for people watchers, nosy parkers like me. Love it. You choose. Talk to the team now about the possibilities. 0800 953 4700, and just quote that reference there, RC505. And it's brilliant, really, really exciting. So funny, isn't it? Because Icon of the Seas is currently the biggest ship in the world, and she launched only in January, February. And here we are with another launch already with Utopia of the Seas. It's incredible. There's no stopping Royal Caribbean, let me tell you. Any questions on that one, or you want to investigate the other dates, call us now, 0800 953 4700. So this is a slightly different show to the normal, actually, because this is our new ships showcase. Don't make me keep saying that. Where we keep you up to date with all the latest launches in the cruise industry. Now, the excitement has been fever pitch from the very day that Cunard announced the launch of a 4th Queen to their fleet, the first new addition in over a decade. Well, the wait is finally over, as the Queen Anne launched at the start of May, and has some very exciting adventures ahead of her as well. A new style for Cunard for Queen Anne, but all of the essential flair and the wonderful touches that you would expect. Let's go and take a look on board for our offer, because we've got a wonderful no-fly opportunity to take the Queen Anne up to the Norwegian fjords. And we're very lucky, actually. Brand new launch with Queen Anne, and she's here with us in the UK. She's doing a number of really fascinating itineraries as well. And from January to May next year, she's going to be globe-trotting to New York and San Francisco, Australia, Hong Kong, Singapore and South Africa before coming back to Southampton next May, which is wonderful. So we've got plenty of chances to get to know Queen Anne before she goes globe-trotting around the world. So as I say, it's a slightly different styling on board. So it's kind of a modern version of Cunard, but with all of the essential glamour and elegance and statesmanship, I kind of want to say. That kind of setting the standard that's always associated with Cunard. So a lot of your favourites are on there, of course. Wonderful lounges for you to enjoy. I mean, the food goes without saying. You're voyaging with Cunard, so it's going to be absolutely exceptional. Wonderful bars and lounges to enjoy. The Corinthia Lounge, of course, is there, which is lovely for a nice light lunch during the day. And then in the evening, you can enjoy some of the largest selection of vintage bottles of ports and cocktails and spirits. Going to be absolutely amazing. There is the Golden Lion pub. Yes, there's a Golden Lion pub on the Queen Anne, and of course all the restaurants that you are familiar with, along with some new specialty restaurants as well, like Tramonto, inspired by Mediterranean flavours there from Sicily, Sardinia and Seville. There's Ajiwa, which means the harmony of flavours in Japanese. So lots of Japanese signature tastes there with evolving menus across the year. And there's also Aranya, which is a new restaurant for Queen Anne as well, with wonderful Indian flavours there, with sort of playful interpretations on classic Indian dishes. There's so much to do. There's a wonderful spa on board, of course. It's Cunard. There are wonderful, wonderful opportunities to shop on board as well. You can investigate all of them and send me pictures and a postcard, please. Here's where we're sailing to on the 11th of May next year. We have a day at sea and we go into Stavanger. Stavanger's very, very walkable, actually. Really lovely town to just wander. And of course, if you're brave, you might want to take that excursion to the Pulpit Rock and have your picture taken on that rather big ledge. It's up to you. Next, we go into Alisund. Wonderful picture postcard places. They're just gorgeous to walk around. You can see the Dutch influence there as well, just at the harbour side there. Those wonderful, neat painted houses. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Then we go into Olden. Olden I love. Take an excursion out to the Brixton Glacier. Always very, very popular. But you can also just take a simple walk up into that mountainous valley that you see on the second and third pictures on there. It's just lovely. Peaceful, peaceful place. Haugesund is next. This is a very historic little town in Fjordland in Norway as well. There's plenty to go and visit there, but also quite well known for its beaches. Who knew? In Norway. There you go. And then we have a day at sea back into Southampton. So I said there's other dates available from July to August next year on this offer as well, which is pretty good. So talk to the team about prices on there. And actually, I'm going to give you the opportunity right now to book with an added extra little bonus for us as well. So this is right now on the 11th of May next year, your chance to voyage on the Queen Anne with, as I said, many, many dates available next year, voyaging to and from Southampton up to the gorgeous fjords of Norway. Your deposit for this, if you want to put a deposit down now, starts from just £139 per person. And your price tag for the voyage on the brand new Cunard Queen from just £949 per person. And if you book this now with us, we also have a little bit of an offer. If you book this now with us, depending on which grade of stateroom you choose on Queen Anne, we will offer you up to $760 of onboard spending money if you book this now with us, which is incredible because that's maybe specialty dining, that's maybe pamper treatments in the spa, that's maybe a bit of that shopping that they are rather famous for on Cunard as well. And of course, if you want to investigate any of these other dates here running July and August next year, just call the team and talk to us right now, 0800 953 4700. But if you're ready to book this date on the 11th of May with your low deposit, just call us and quote this reference here, which is CL158, and our team will get you on board. What a treat. Talking of treats, let's see if we want to treat ourselves to a balcony or maybe a suite on board the brand new Queen Anne. That would be the most exceptional thing to do, wouldn't it, on a brand new ship? and to say that you've been on board one of the newest additions to not just the cruise industry, but all eyes are on Cunard. This is only their 4th ship. This is not a cruise line that bring out 3 ships a year. This is a cruise line that bring maybe only 1 every decade or 2, which is incredible. Let's get back on board and have another look around Queen Anne as well, because she is pretty stunning, let me tell you. And already very, very busy on the bookings, I have to say. A lot of people, whenever there's a new ship, you know, in town, everyone wants to see it. I was talking before about your familiar favourites on board as well. The Commodore Club, which is very key to a Cunard voyage as well. That's on board. Lovely, charming bar there on board with lovely views from the bow. Nice place for a little aperitif. Afternoon tea, of course. It would not be Cunard without afternoon tea, would it? They are wonderful. And of course, you can upgrade that to a champagne afternoon tea if you want to, which would be rather lovely. Very nice indeed. You could also go and trip the light fantastic in the Yacht Club, maybe, because that's quite a nice place to go in the evening. They have live music and a live band in the evening with a DJ. Spinning the decks, it says here, until late at night. Do they still spin decks, do they? I thought technology had moved on. Mind you, we're all going back to the days of having real records again now, aren't we? Anyway, you'll have to let me know. And it's a nice place actually to maybe enjoy a cocktail or a fine Japanese whiskey late at night. It's a very chilled pace of life when you're on a Cunard voyage. You think about the kind of people, we talk about it being an aspirational cruise, and it's wonderful that so many people are doing it and loving it. And that means that you're meeting the most fascinating people on these cruises as well. People with real stories to tell. Not necessarily people that have kind of already travelled the world, but people who've had a life and have a story to tell. I always think that's the great thing. And that changes very much by cruise line as well. Because Cunard, I think, is for those people who just like that little feeling of grandeur, that little feeling like this cruise is almost like having the invitation to the garden party at the palace. Do you know what I mean? That kind of feel about it. And that's lovely. We all like to feel special on a holiday, but I think this will be an extra special one. As I say, if you want to know any more, just speak to the team. 0800 953 4700 is our phone number. Remember, we are here 7 days a week, including late into the evening over the weekends as well. So if you're watching this on a Sunday afternoon, for instance, you can still absolutely call us to make inquiries as well. Now, I don't know about you, but there is something very exciting about stepping on board a brand new ship. I've been very lucky to be there for a fair few times on filming trips over the years, even watching just other travel agents being wowed by the new offerings shows you that these ships are super exciting and full of adventure. And our final new ship in this showcase is the latest addition to the Princess Cruises fleet. Now, this isn't just an addition to an existing class for Princess, but a whole new class, bigger, bolder, and even more spectacular. So let's introduce you now to the Sun Princess, who only launched at the end of February and is taking exciting cruises out of Rome, Athens, and Barcelona for the summer. And we've got a fantastic chance to cruise this summer in her maiden season. 11 nights all in, with stays included as well. This goes on the 15th of August and will fly you first out to Athens in Greece for a 2-night hotel stay. Well, what can I tell you about Athens that you don't already know? I mean, steeped in history. I actually didn't imagine Athens to look like that from above. It looks quite low, doesn't it, from above, like everything's on like a plane. I would love to see it. Of course, you've got the very historic landmarks, which everyone wants to see. But then you've also got the wonderful, foodie experiences that you can have in Greece as well. Greek food is incredible, isn't it? So you can sample some of that while you're there. I always think it's nice, if you're cruising out of somewhere like Athens, it's nice to spend a couple of nights there first, have a little squiz around, and then go and take your cruise. And here she is, the brand new Sun Princess. As I said before, lots of itineraries in the summer this year for the Sun Princess, going out of Rome and the port for Athens, and also Barcelona as well. I noticed when I was looking through our itineraries too, there's a cheeky little repositioning cruise out of Southampton in September, taking her out to a winter home of Fort Lauderdale, where she'll be enjoying Caribbean itineraries from October this year through to April next year. So we'll definitely have a deal on that repositioning cruise, I'm sure. Talk to the team about that and we'll find the deal for you. She's going to be back in the Med from April to October next year as well. And, you know, as I said before, she's not just an addition to an existing class for Princess. This is a brand new class of ship as well. So lots of changes, lots of new, but lots of familiar as well. A little bit like never taking, you know, the heart and soul out of what is a Princess cruise and what you expect to be there. So the Wakeview Terrace is there, and the Wheelhouse Bar is there, and the wonderful shops are there, and the World Fresh Marketplace. There's an O'Malley's Irish pub there. And I could just do one of each of those right now. And then you've got the Crown Grill, the ultimate steakhouse, of course, which gets booked up very, very quickly indeed. You've also got specialty dining like sushi, seafood. There's Alfredo's Pizzeria, which is always really, really popular indeed as well, where not only can you enjoy pizzas, but beers and wines by the glass as well. I don't know about you, when I'm eating pizza, I always drink pop. I don't know, pizza and a beer doesn't really go together. It's like wait until after the pizza. Let me know what you think of that. Are you the same? Studio at cruise1st.tv. You've also got ultimate balcony dining as well. So if you do decide to treat yourself to a balcony, you can have the ultimate dining experience delivered and served course by course to your wonderful balcony. There is a balcony. That was good timing, wasn't it? But you've also got this wonderful sphere, of course, as well. Massive piazza, plus the dome, of course, which you can see there, which is part pool, part entertainment space. You know, so much goes on there. It's incredible. I will tell you more, I'm sure, in other shows. So let's set sail out of the port for Athens for our 7-night cruise. We've got a day at sea into Kotor in Montenegro. Lots of people want to go here. I've had loads of questions recently for people who want to head to this part of the world. There's a maritime museum in there. It's very mountainous as well, actually. And July and August, you see the yachts of the rich and famous porting in. Next, we go to Corfu, where you can head off to Ravinia Beach, off the beaten track here with the wonderful cave, and explore the old town. It's quite a tiny town, actually. It's very much worth exploring. The lanes and alleyways have got the most beautiful colours. Next, we're off to Sicily. Under the shadow of Mount Etna there. Taormina is close by. It's just a wonderful area to explore, actually. You might decide to take an excursion here and fit in a few places at the same time. Next, we cruise down to Naples, or up to Naples, should I say. And of course, we're on the Amalfi Coast here, so Capri and Pompeii, all just literally around the corner. Of course, the famous Mount Vesuvius, not far away. Sightseeing boat tour maybe in Naples. You've got a myriad of different choices. We end the cruise in Barcelona, and that's where we leave Sun Princess, but we're staying here for 2 nights. And interestingly, those 2 nights match up with the arrival of the first of 5 America's Cup regatta events, sailing events, happening at the Port Olympique. So that means that if you go down to the sort of beachfront and the harbour side in Barcelona, you're going to get, you know, bird's eye view for free of the wonderful America's Cup regatta event. And that's just an extra little twist. It just happened that it fitted in the calendar. I was looking at the time we're in Barcelona, looking on the internet, things to do in Barcelona at that time of year, and up popped the America's Cup first event. And it's the first of 5 events, so it's the inaugural as well, which is lovely. So there's your itinerary. There's what you're doing. 2 stays in this one as well. It's for August this year, so it's not that far away at all. The brand new first season on the brand new Sun Princess. So we include the flight, of course, out from the UK to Athens, couple of nights in a hotel there, your 7-night cruise on Sun Princess to Kotor, Corfu, Sicily and Naples, ending in Barcelona. We've got a 2-night hotel stay in Barcelona and then the flight back to the UK. Oh my word, again, we've done so well with this. I mean, this could just as easily, for a good cruise, this could just as easily just be the flight to the cruise and the flight back. Do you know what I mean? We've managed to squeeze 2 city breaks into that as well. 2 nights in Athens, 2 nights in Barcelona, and still we've got a cracking price on our hands as well. Now, there are other dates in July and August for the offer. So again, here's the magic number. It's free. Talk to our team and we'll look them up for you. 0800 953 4700. You want to take advantage of this day, which teams up with those dates of the America's Cup? being in Barcelona, then just quote PC519 when you call our team on 0800 953 4700. If you want to go all inclusive as well, that's really, really simple. In fact, let's look at upgrades as a whole, shall we? Let's look at cabin upgrades first, because there's balcony and there's suite upgrades for you. And now let's look at the Princess Plus upgrade as well, because that means that you can add drinks, Wi-Fi, service charges, and so much more, including, getting onto the ship, express boarding, room service, and so much more. £50 per person per day. If you want to add that to your offer, just call the team 0800 953 4700. Oh my word, that's a deal and a half, isn't it? It's wonderful. I love hearing about Princess Cruise. Honestly, people email me all the time and say it's just like one big holiday cuddle, which is incredible. Well, what an incredible snapshot of some of the new ship launches this year. And please let us know if you've been on the new Queen Anne or Sun Princess already. We'd love to hear from you. studio@cruise1st.tv. Now, I have to say that I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Utopia of the Seas sometime. Fingers crossed. Hint, hint. She looks ace. Now, if you've missed the start of the show, remember it's on our YouTube channel to watch at any time. Now, before I go, I've actually got some quick picks on some other brand new ships to show you as well. So let's have a quick look at those. RC567 is on Icon of the Seas for next January. 10 nights, including a 2-night stay in Miami and 7-night cruise on Icon with flights from 2299 per person. Just call us on 0800 953 4700 and quote RC567. That includes a perfect day at Coco Cay on the itinerary as well. MSC 485 is 16 nights for next September and includes a cruise on the brand new MSC World America, who launches next spring. Flights, a night in Miami, and 2 weeks cruising World America around the Caribbean and Bahamas from 2199 per person. Just call our team and quote MSC 485. And then the last one there, NCL 325, is all aboard the new Norwegian Aqua, which launches early next year. 11 nights, including your flights, 3 nights in Miami and a week of all-inclusive on the new Norwegian Aqua around the Caribbean with drinks, Wi-Fi and more included. On that one, just call our team and quote NCL 325. So there are your quick picks. Any questions on any of those, just pop a call in to our team right now on 0800 953 4700. Here are the new ships that are launching. We've got Mr. P's put a bit of a timetable together for us as well. So of course, just launched the Queen Anne. Utopia that we featured earlier is coming up later. Explorer Journeys, their Explorer 2 launches in August. Early next year, 2 launches in April then, MSC World America, which just looks gorgeous, and the Norwegian Aqua that we just talked about. Another Royal Caribbean launches in August in 25, so next year, Star of the Seas. And also, 3 launches all in 1 month there. So Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, 4th edition to the fleet, Brilliant Lady, and the brand new Star Princess, which is the same class as the Sun Princess we saw in this show. So another addition to that class next September. And there's another celebrity launch as well, the Celebrity XL launching in November next year. So it looks like I'll be making a few more of these new ship shows as well. And that's the great thing. They always come along so often. So listen, if you've been on any of the new ships or any of the other new ships that we haven't yet mentioned, drop us a little email and let me know your experience and send me your pictures as well. It's studio@cruise1st.tv. Thank you so much for your company. Don't forget to join us live, of course, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock for Cruise Deals Live, and any other showcase shows you want, just drop us a message and let me know. I'll be back with another one very soon. Bye-bye.